Hey guys, Brian here with SGA. We're out here today at the house, but we're gonna build one of these for the other side today, and then we'll continue on with these other sides on a later date. Kind of show you what I've done, you know, with this one, with the other one, and get going from there. I'll catch you here in just a second. All right guys, we're back. So I've already pre-cut everything. All this is the same wood as my other one over here. We're just gonna put this one together and get everything the way it needs to be. I'll move it from here off of my table, stand it up in place, level everything up, plumb everything up, get everything screwed in, and we should be good. So I'm just gonna tell you what I've done on my pieces here, what everything is, bottom, top, sides, all of my pickets, if you will, my other smaller pickets, my close-in pickets. So I'll kind of talk about that, doing and putting everything together. And like I said, then we'll move it over there. We'll get started. I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way and just use what I need, or have on the table what I need, and we'll start putting this thing together. All right, so I've got the table cleared off. We're gonna put the two sides on. Like I said, there is no specific measurement. It's probably whatever size that you want to build. My table's not big enough, so I kind of got to turn at an angle. So we'll start with the bottoms. One of the bottoms, and then one of the bottom and sides, and then move to the other. Now I am using my 3.5 inch decking nails, like I told you in the earlier video. It doesn't matter specifically what you want to use with the star bit, if you will. It just keeps the drill, because it is my DeWalt drill, it does have a lot of torque. That way it doesn't spin out of the head of the screws. So that's what I always typically use. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna kind of pre-drill, get these things going, because I don't have a helper. If you don't have a helper, you just gotta learn and do it the best you can. So we're gonna put this together. Make sure your ends are square. Make sure it's right height. So what I'm gonna do is pre-drill this one, get this screws going. All right. So now we're gonna put these in here like so. I'm gonna do the two sides first. Once I have that done, then I'll come in here and lay out my pickets from each one all the way across. This is gonna be your back side of your pickets, if you will, and then the smaller ones we're gonna put on the inside, and then we'll come in with some more of these and cap it off and kind of give it like a picture frame, if you will. So for these to be screwed in, I'm gonna use my long one, my 3.5 inch screws in the top here on both ends, and then I'll take my 2.5 inch and kind of screw periodically down through here and just kind of stabilize and make the side strong. I'm gonna screw this in from here. I'm just gonna hold my board up. I'm gonna screw it in on the top. I'm not laying it down in my board. Just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one here in the center. Just don't have to be exact, but it's close as you can to the center. And then I'm gonna make sure that this is level with that, just like that. Screw that in, and I'm gonna just divide up, do another one. And I'm gonna come over here and do another one. Just like that. And then what we're gonna do is come over here and we're gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna be doing 6-inch centers is what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm gonna start ahead of my first picket. I'll come in here, make me a mark at 6 inches. Then I'm going to 12 inches. Then I'm going to 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, and then we're dead even with the last one. Either way you go, you're gonna wind up with the same measurement. So between here and here, it's gonna be about that much wider, if you will. So no, that's not a big deal. So there's no sense in adding another one or trying to space it out just a little bit more to pick up that measurement. All right, so we're gonna start putting the 2x2 pickets in and get those where they need to be, and then we'll do our cross pickets, if you will. Like I said, I cut these pickets yesterday just so I don't have to make these videos real long. They're long as it is, but I'm trying to get you as much information that I can on these things, but still be productive and get the right information to you if you want to try one of these at home. Now we're gonna flip this thing over and we're gonna start on the smaller pickets. Shove it over like that. So I'm gonna push this way, just like that. All right guys, so we're gonna get started laying these things out here and measuring our distance. Like I say, we're gonna do these 6-inch on centers as well. I'm gonna lay the top either or end out first, and then I'm gonna lay my marks out, and then I'm gonna come right here and get one in the middle to make sure this is pulled in the way it needs to be. So right now, I'm gonna take my DeWalt nail gun, shoot the ones in on the end, make sure we're good there, and then I'll come right here and lay this one out. So I'm gonna start right here. All right, I got this in. I double shot every one of these. Then I'm gonna go down here and do that on this one. And then I'll lay my mark out, then I'll get me one in the center. All right. So now I'm gonna take my tape lay this side out. I am going to start from here, so I'm going to mark me an arrow showing that I went in this direction, and then I'll do the same thing over there. That way I keep all of my marks exactly where I need them. $84. So the last one we're going to be right at 1.5 inches wider. So I'm going to leave that. I'll probably make this my bottom and make that my top, because nobody's never going to notice that down on the bottom, that it being that much wider. 84. All right, now that I've got those laid out, I'm gonna get one in the center there to make sure this is good and pulled in, make sure I'm square, because I gotta get this in the center of that. Make sure you remember which way you're setting these things. So the whole time, I'm setting in front of my line. So I'm gonna just get one started. I'm gonna draw a couple of arrows showing me that I'm setting ahead every time. So I'm gonna get right here, get this on the mark. Now I'm gonna put 3 in this one because I'm gonna pull and push at the same time on this one to get this one where I need it. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is just go down through here. So now that I know where every one of my pickets are going, I'm just gonna take them and just lay them out and just shoot probably the ends. And then I'm gonna just, once I get everything shot on the ends, I'm just gonna go down through there and just hit every one of them and get them nailed quick. All right, so that we've got these in here now, laid where they need to go, we're gonna go ahead and start just nailing the ends first and get them lined up, and then we'll go and hit all the ones in the center. That way we can get this knocked out fairly quick. Take a look at my nails, get me a new set, my nail gun here. So I'm gonna start on this end and work my way up. All right, so we're gonna go around here and do this side now, then we'll go back in the center and hit every one of those. All right, so we got the ends. Now we're gonna go through here and I'm gonna probably just work my way this way so far, and then I'll jump on that side and work my way. We'll get this wrapped up and get all these nails in here, and then we'll try to set it in place, get it all plumbed up and leveled, and then we'll cap everything off on the sides. All right, so now we've got this finished up. We're gonna get it ready and take it over there and try to get everything screwed in, and then we'll cap off the pickets all the way around it with our finished wood. So we're gonna check everything real quick, and then we'll move over there and try to get this set in place, get it screwed in. All right, so everything looks like it's complete. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get set up and get everything ready to install over there. All right guys, I got this thing set in place. I'm going to push it exactly where I need it. I gotta make sure that I'm at to the height that I'm gonna have, because I don't think I mentioned it before, but the bottom of my boards right here, I wanna make sure I'm 8 foot. So probably once I get ready, once I figure out my roof and everything, I'll probably have it set up just a little bit higher. I'll put my top plate on and everything else, but as of right now, this is just like a temporary, just to kind of hold everything square. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this slid in place. We'll get everything screwed in, and then we'll come in and put our top pieces on to kind of cap everything off to make sure these don't get pushed out. You can see the screws that I've still got to get in here. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take care of that and get these where I need them. All right, so these right here are my cap pieces. I'm gonna put these right here to cap this off and kind of hold this where would be really tough for them to be knocked out. So what I'm gonna do is start right here in the center and get me one screwed in. There we go. And we'll do the same down here at the bottom. I'm only going to put 3 on each side. And then I'm going to do the top, and then I'm going to do the bottom piece. We're going to do the same thing on this side right here. I'm going to put one in the center. Just like that. All right guys, we're going to put the top and bottom piece in. I'm going to start with the bottom piece first. We're going to go ahead, get that laid down in here like so. Then we're going to put a couple of screws in here. We're going to knock this top out real quick. Right here. Like that. All right. All right. Give me just a second and I'm going to get my other camera and just kind of walk around and show you kind of what we've done, and then we'll close this video out. All right guys, I'm gonna flip this camera around real quick and just gonna look real quick and see what we got. So here's the finished product all the way around. That's the way it closed it off right there. Like I say, that 2x4 on the outside, I'm not 100% sure about that yet. Like I say, I'm going off someone else's design on this and just kind of doing my own. But my wife will have like rose bushes, running rose bushes, and it kind of crawl up in here. I think we may put one right here on the side and let it kind of go right here, but like I say, we'll have a door, 2 doors right here going through the center and going out through there. Same thing over here, we'll have another lattice on all 4 of these areas. we'll get to that on the next video. But this is what we have. All right, guys, that's it for today on the lattice on the two ends, and then we'll do the sides here next video. If you like this video, please go into there and hit like. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. We'll have other videos like this coming out soon. Until next time, Brian here with SGA. I'll see you soon.